Lucio, I didn't expect you to catch up so quickly.
Lord Volkay. No, Ashen Shimmerlance! I will not let you lay a finger on the crystal!
Funny. I was going to say the same thing to you. I guess there's only one thing that comes next. I must say, I'm impressed. But I think it's about time I finish this.
That's my line!
What are you playing at, Shimmerlance? I hope you do not feel any foolish obligation to settle this fairly with a duel or some such.
Luna Cestus, if you're here, then that means...
You found the crystal. Well accomplished. I beg your pardon for putting a damper on your battle, but I shall handle the rest.
Ashen King! Mont!
You. What good fortune. I would hear the name of he who landed a single blow upon me.
Lucio. And it's the name of the one who will defeat you!
Wait, Lucio! It's been a long time, Mont. I think that's probably what I should call you. Would it be silly of me to ask how many years it's been since we last spoke like this? I wonder.
All of you, and now all of us, are beings that can defy the laws of time and the borders between worlds. Yet even so, I do not deny there is a pleasantness in this. So many years have passed since that day. Indeed, the journey was a long one. The young Volkay you knew has grown tall and strong as my right hand. But what do these years matter now? There will be no rekindling our friendship of old.
That's true. It's hardly possible now. I know that. But there's something I need to ask you. Before we defeat you, that is.
About Calidra. He spoke of you often.
You and your friends traversed from world to world and made contact with the core crystals. Are you able to do this because you took Calidra's power from him?
My, what an unsavory way to frame things.
Yes, I took his power in the same moment that I took his life. Behold, you should not have any doubts as to what this is.
That feels exactly the same. The same as the one within me. That's Calidra, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. This crystal of pure and powerful magic once took the form of the warrior you refer to as Calidra. This is the fate that awaits all warriors of the crystals. Each of you will become one with your core crystal. Just like this.
That's not important right now. The power of that crystal was how you managed to cross into other worlds. You said the journey was a long one. What exactly did you see on your way?
Your worship. Your words are wasted on the likes of them. No matter what you may tell them, they will never be able to understand your worship's heart.
She's right, your worship. They're nothing more than our enemies, mere obstacles in your way. Once the crystal is in your worship's hands, the way to that which is close to us will finally...
Enough, Shimmerlance. You as well, Luna Cestus. If they wish to know, Then I shall tell them. Especially you, Perrine. You have the right to know.
Lord Mont! What happened? What has befallen Lord Calidra? And what is that in your hand?
Listen to me, Ketone. With this crystal, we can begin our journey.
Our journey? But to where? There's nowhere for us to go.
To another world, Ketone. One totally unlike the lands of Ardra, or any other place we know. Once we do, we shall surely find a harmonious world where no one need fight. A land of peace.
A harmonious world? What exactly do you mean, Lord Mont?
There is no time to tell you everything. Where is Volkay?
He was just play fighting with Lady Perrine. I imagine he's enjoying a nap after all that action.
Go get him. But whatever you do not rouse Lady Perrine's suspicions. You are a shinobi. If anyone can do it, it's you.
Is that an order?
Take it as one if you must. Now hurry.
As you command.
And so my journey began. But no matter how many worlds into which we crossed, I could not find the land of peace I sought. We found other incarnations of Ardra, different to the vile one we knew, and others that were all too similar. No matter the time or place, humans continued their foolish disputes that serve only to satisfy their shameful, insatiable desires. In one of these worlds, I happened upon a summoner who commanded the power of many great espers. Such wondrous power felt like a ray of hope. He and I vowed to bring about peace together. But after setting out to do so, it proved futile. The people of that world eventually branded the summoner as the Dark Lord, and united under their hatred. Rage consumed his devoted espers, and soon a madness claimed their very beings. What they unleashed could only be described as a hellscape. The bloodthirsty ravagers that were once his espers massacred every living thing in their path. Unable to protect the summoner, I despaired in my own powerlessness and left that world to its fate. Eventually, we traveled to a number of other worlds. In the end, we found a world in which we were finally able to live a humble, peaceful life. Or at least, we should have been able to.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the ones who helped that rebel get away. Apparently they were seeking some so-called ultimate form of magic. Now spill your guts and tell me where to find him.
Rebel army? Ultimate magic? What are you talking about? We know nothing of this, I swear.
Fine, have it your way. Play as dumb as you like. It makes no difference to us. We'll just hand in your heads and say you're with the rebel army. No one will be any wiser as to whose neck it came from. As long as we get paid, anyone will do.
Monsters! Lord Mont, they have set monsters upon us!
To think that I believed we had finally found our life of peace. Conflict is alive and well here, too. Why? Why is it that all you people think about is killing and pillaging?
Thinking of putting up a fight, are you? Guess I'll have to make a point of beating that pretty face of yours into a pulp, then. And while we're at it, we might as well slaughter this whole village and take whatever valuables we can find.
I will not let that happen! There is no place for us in this world anymore. That rebel army they spoke of, I'm certain they're just the same, only thinking of themselves.
Lord Mont, you are right. I will go get Volkay.
Why? Why does it always turn to this? Why are people incapable of ceasing their shameful disputes? To have traveled this far and not find a single, not one single world without war. It is useless. Nothing will change if we continue on like this. I will achieve little as long as I remain powerless. I am sick of this futility.
Lord Mont?
Yet now, I feel I have finally come to a realization. They're all the same. The people of influence who sent those mercenaries after us. The kings of great powers such as Kuri. Everyone is the same. And I know why. They all undoubtedly took a stand for the pursuit of peace in the beginning. But without true power, they were consumed by their own selfish desires and strayed from the path.
You are right. We have seen such people in every world we've been to. And each time we encounter them, you are overwhelmed with anguish, wounding you anew.
No, in truth, I knew all along. I just pretended that I could not see it. I have something that no other humans of any of the worlds we have seen possess. A key to unlocking absolute power. What must I do to truly reform these worlds? Nay, all worlds, and their ceaseless fighting. This crystal was bestowed upon me to carry out this task. Of that I am certain. There is something I must ask of you, Kitone.
Yes.
I want to create a kingdom. One in which everyone can spend their days in true peace, with a gentle smile on their face. But that is impossible as things stand. People are too incapable of learning. Only by breaking everything can anything change. Help me do it, Kitone. You and Volkay are all I have now. Our journey has shown me, in its own unclear way, what I must do. There is something more to this crystal than merely allowing us to travel between worlds. It is connected to a much greater source of power, one which would allow me to remold the world as I will it. I shall find a way to this source. I swear it. And I need you in order to do so, Kitone.
If you are to create a kingdom, I suppose I can no longer simply refer to you as Lord Mott. From now on, I must address you as Your Majesty. Or something greater.
You would do that for me? The Mott you knew before was nothing but a spineless fool!
It would not be right otherwise. Your worship.
Thank you. Then today marks the founding of my kingdom. And from here, I too am born anew.
Born anew?
Am I starting with too lofty an ideal?
Not at all. I believe it is fitting. I shall never leave your side. I swear to you my utmost fealty. No matter when. No matter what may come. My loyalty is yours for all time. Your worship.
But that was only the beginning of the true hardship we were to endure. In our search for a connection to the core crystals, we wandered to and from a countless number of Ardras, and every corner of any world where Ardra exists. But it was not all bad. I gained a new subject. One who identified with my ambitions and swore allegiance.
And that was quite gracious of your worship.
And at the end of our long time adrift, I finally seized an opportunity to take the power of the core crystals for my own. Indeed, it was that day that for some unusual reason, the core crystals fell from their rightful place.
What did you just... It couldn't be!
I suppose I should thank you, Astrius. If the old you had not contaminated the core crystals with that unknown power, my plan to seize control over them may not have succeeded.
Does that mean you had already accessed the core crystals at that time?
That it does. Over a passage of time that would equate to an eternity for a mere human, this crystal had become an extension of me. And so, I embedded a fragment of it within one of the core crystals.
How could that be possible? We were so preoccupied in the contamination by the power of the Void that we did not realize one of the core crystals had been compromised when we returned them?
The servants of the Void, as you called them, interlopers from the end of all things, did me quite a service. Not only did they distract you long enough for my shard within the core crystal to fully develop, they allowed me to thoroughly study what exactly the warriors of the crystals are capable of.
Oh, that's rich! You have no idea what any of us actually went through.
I sympathize far more deeply with their despair than I do your cause. I thought of offering them my aid on more than one occasion. They were a strong and sorrowful bunch. If they had desired rebirth just as I did, perhaps we could have even been compatriots. It truly is lamentable.
Rebirth. What you are doing is nothing more than a massacre! I pity you for all you have experienced, but that doesn't mean I could ever accept your methods!
We are beyond such things now. The sins I have committed will be outweighed by the happiness they shall grant. But enough of this. You all know what comes next.
We do. Thank you for speaking with me. Now I can fight you without anything holding me back. What you did to someone so dear to Perrine, I'll never forgive you. You broke the heart of the person I hold most dear in the entire universe!
Just as I thought, Mont and his subjects' attention is on the warriors of the crystals. I suppose one such as I, who has overstayed his welcome in this life, is not worth considering. But that shall serve me well. I know I gave Lord Veles my word, but I cannot allow this chance to slip by.
Lynx! Ready!
What is this? A smokescreen?
This is Lynx's doing! Damn it!
Now, Lord Dario!
The power of the crystal shall not be theirs!
Lord Dario! Didn't we agree that was meant to be a last resort?
But it might just be our saving grace right now.
I knew this would happen, and as such, I have kept a close eye on you, Dario. I knew it would be you who attempts the unexpected.
She foresaw this?
You must keep going, Lord Dario. I will handle this.
It is futile! Do you truly think I have not considered all actions you might take? But do not despair. You shall have one another's company in the great beyond!
Forgive me, Lord Dario. I have failed you.
Dario! Shadow Lynx!
I expected no less from my strategist. Well accomplished. Get back! Dario yet lives!
This power permeating the air. You mean to unleash your magic?
There is something I've always wondered about, since coming to understand the fate that awaits this frail body. This tempest of raging magic within me. What would happen if I were to give in to it? To let it be its own master? I shall allow you to experience it firsthand, Ashen Strategist!
Wait, Lord Dario! Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Stop!
You half-dead fool!
Where am I? Is this the afterlife? And you are? There is no need to continue. Even without hearing it, my mind was made up long before this moment. I suspect that I am able to hear you through the crystal of that other world. Which means I have another choice. Please, grant me the blessing of the crystal. Indeed, I do. What? Lynx!
I am sorry, Lord Dario. It would seem my life has come to an end as well. Since it has come to this, I shall serve you until the very end.
Do not be ridiculous. Voice from afar. She has nothing to do with this. This is my desire, and mine alone.
But it is not. If I, too, could be granted the crystal's power, then I wish it so. There is someone I must stop. She, Ketone, is my one and only sister. Since our days in the village of Saiga, we have shared a strained, inescapable fate.
Lynx.
Though she has now lived many more years than myself, she will always be my little sister. Which is why I must be the one to stop her, to send her to a better place. But as it stands, my efforts will be in vain.
If you truly consider yourselves sisters, then that is all the more reason to leave this to me alone. If you are able to pass on in peace at least, then
Forgive me, but witnessing your resolve is what gave me the heart to make this decision, Your Highness. As a shinobi, a peaceful death has never awaited me. I am resolved to bear what may come. I implore you to cease your fears.
Ma Cherie will surely scold you. Something tells me that you want to do this also to avenge her.
If you understand that much, then you must surely also understand that you cannot sway me. There are some things that we must simply accept.
Very well. I will say no more on the matter. Please, do not apologize to us, O great being that eclipses the scope of human intellect. We do this of our own volition, and that, with our determination, is our strongest weapon. One that will allow us mere mortals to stand against our unreasonable fate. Rather than an apology, we would like your blessing for that which we are about to undertake.
What was that? Cursed Dario, what have you done?
The crystal is within Dario and Shadow Lynx. Of course, that vile will of light did this.
It is our turn, Lynx.
Understood, Lord Dario.
Okay!
You don't need to tell me.
There's no need to hide your face any longer. Remove that mask and show me your true face, Ketone.
Lynx!
So that is what you look like now. I wish I could compliment you in some way, but alas.
Shinobi do not speak more than necessary. Those are your words, are they not, Lynx?
My. This is rather confounding. Why did I bother making these masks if you're not going to mask your mugs with them?
You were there during the War of Lion's Valley.
Who's there?
Yikes! You gave me a start! Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Uldoa, a general of Venice and a loyal servant to his fierceness.
Oh, you two? Is this really a good idea, lady strategist?
Nope, I'd be mightily surprised if it was, but... oops. I beg your pardon. Worry not. Simply focus on what you must see done and concern yourself with naught else. I must concede, Dario and Shadow Lynx acquiring power in such a way is somewhat of a nuisance.
Who cares? If they have the power of the crystal inside them. And we just need to put them down and take it back for ourselves.
I do not mean to embrace conceit, but at long last, I have a body that fully enables my swordsmanship. Such liberation is dangerously enticing.
We've underestimated him. To think Dario possessed such mastery. This means trouble.
You had the upper hand on me before, but no more!
Cease your prattling. The things we have witnessed are not the same anymore. Neither is the amount of blood we have spilled. Do not think of me as the same person you once knew, Shadow Lynx.
But you are. Taking your punches tells me everything I need to know. You are still you, Kitone.
Please wait, Your Worship. The situation has dissolved into a bit of disarray. I can appreciate Your Worship's displeasure, but I advise that we regroup for a time. There are other paths that shall lead us to the inner cloister and that which we desire. The crystal of this world was but one of them.
You have another plan?
But of course. Therefore, I would like to avoid exhausting ourselves unnecessarily. Please leave the rest in my hands.
Very well. Kitone, Voke, we are leaving. You have done enough.
Yes, Your Worship. This isn't over, Lynx. We will settle this sooner or later. I assure you.
I should hope for nothing more.
I will allow you to keep your head until next we meet. And I earnestly hope there is a next, Dario.
There will be. If not, then I have sacrificed my life for naught.
Dario, we retreat today out of respect for the resolve you and Shadow Lynx have shown. However, you are now an enemy of equal standing. Do not forget what that means for you.
So, you ended up going through with it. Anything feel off with your body, Lord Dario?
Nothing as of yet, fortunately. I am sorry I betrayed our agreement, Lord Velas.
I'd say we're beyond apologies now. Oh well. No point getting into it about something that is most definitely done.
I am surprised you would go through with this, Shadow Lynx. Do you not fear death?
I do, but I am a shinobi. And as such, it is my duty to give my death purpose. I have no regrets.
We should be rejoicing in the knowledge that the crystal stayed out of the Ashen King's clutches, but
we have yet to put an end to anything. In my eyes, this is only the beginning. I cannot change my fate, but I will change the fate of worlds. I swear it. I suppose this is selfish of me to ask, but I would like you to lend me your strength for a while yet.
And I would ask the same, so that Callidra's soul may be set free as well.
Like you even need to say it. That's happening no matter what. Don't forget, Perrine. You have me.
Raffi.
As for Calidra, yeah. From this moment forth, his spirit dwells within my right eye.
What? Really?
Astrius has gotten more than one Astrius in him, so I'm sure it's totally doable. Just trust me. And you know what that means? Calidra is always with you, too.
Oh my. A cursed arm, the beast that consumes the eternal abyss? If Calidra had to reside with such frightening things, he would never have a chance to relax. He was surprisingly timid, you know. I wonder if he would be okay in there.
Well, let's assume you guys worked that out amongst yourselves. For now, we can at least say that we've avoided the worst possible outcome, right?
Let us consider it so. Lord Dario and Lady Shadowlynx have become a heartening asset to our fighting capabilities after all.
And now we know that the Ashen King doesn't control the Chamber of the Core Crystals just yet.
Which means there's still hope, right? It's not over until it's over!
Indeed. It is not over until, dare I say, it is over. Lord Shimmerlance has shared something promising. Even if we cannot obtain the crystal itself, is it not the same if the power is bestowed unto us?
See it done, I shall! What's a life or two risked for the sake of his worship? Nothing, for the great Uldoa has many! Yes, indeed, because from that day forth, I was reborn the cleverest and hardiest of the hardy!